My name's Queena Mast. I am a resident care coordinator for the Country Rest Home here in Greenwood, Delaware. And I have also been the lead artist and coordinator for the Greenwood Town Hall Mural project. Greenwood has a very diverse culture, very fantastic culture. We are simple folk. We're rural. We aren't big and splashy, but we are very steady, and we have this hidden side to us of creativity, fun, innovation that doesn't get aired as much as some of our qualities, but it's deep down inside of us. One day I walk into the town hall, pay my bill, and the town manager, Janet, she came to me and she was like, I just saw a mural. I would love it if you'd be willing to do a mural for us. Well, my first thought was, oh my word, I cannot. Like, that's too much in my life. But I walked over to the library. There was a sign there that said All Together Now, which was the theme of summer reading program. And I was like, okay, if I can do this as a group project, I think I can. And the librarian, she was like, we can help. We would love to do this with you. I also was like, if I do this in front of everyone, if I do this in a public way, unlike a lot of my art, I'll actually finish it. The library provided a place for me to have meetings, so that was the plan. I started having some brainstorming sessions. Big help was Harry Brake, the librarian at Woodbridge, like brains on fire, ways that this project could happen and work. There came a point though where I knew I wanted to involve a lot of people in it. So I was driving home from New York, and I was looking at my phone where there's this app that does this paint by number thing. It's like a coloring app. And I was like, this is it. I could pixelate it, and I would hardly do any work at all. Like, my hands I'd be out of it. Like, I just find an image, take a picture, and like all the work would be done for me. Well, that was not the process. I ended up needing to do like all that design work myself. Sherwin-Williams donated the paint. They gave me an amazing deal. But then it was like I needed to mix the paint and assign the colors and the numbers and make kits. It was a lot. So then once I got the kits together, Discover Bank helped me pass those out to different schools and contact churches and youth groups. And somebody named Sally Ann, who's a local artist, she had masonite, and a local carpenter, Ryan Collins, cut this masonite into 2-foot by 2-foot boards. Then we drew 1/2-inch squares on them, so that's 16 boards. Each board was 48 by 48. There's a lot of little squares to design and assign colors to, but then they were painted. And when they came back, there's about 6 artists, local artists, that helped me just make them cohesive and paint over top of them. And that's the point where I felt like the magic happened. you have this pixelated style, and then you have somebody like Jolene Tenenbaum or Micah Bontrager, who has a very realistic style, and they're like merging those two, the pixelated style and the realistic style. Those are really cool to see. Ryan Collins put a frame around it, put it on the wall, we painted some more, and the rest is history. I feel like the end result really captures the main heart of what I have been thinking about for the last year even. With art, there's a lot of different components that go into a finished piece. But what you're looking for at the end is something called gestalt. It's a fancy schmancy word for whole, where the whole thing is cohesive and where like all of you as the artist is into the painting and you use the right medium to say what you're saying. When I think about this mural, I have been trying to express something called liminal spaces. So a liminal space is where like the shore meets the water, the ocean, or liminal space is where like the window, the window pane meets the outdoor. It's that meeting point between two things. And when I see the finished work, I feel like there's a real sense of two different things coming together in a cohesive way. I'm very happy with that part of it. The mural itself has I guess a message, right? Of change coming to the town. Like, I feel like that's the main message for that particular mural. But what I would say to any young person that wants to be an artist or is interested in art is that art is really not about making a living or making money. It is a record of your interior life. It is a way to sort of release good things from your brain into the world, but also to help discipline your mind toward